Hi.
Oh,
Hello, everyone. Hello, I don't know who is here or who will join us, but welcome to my live show, LVG Salter's live show. I guess you're just some of them just getting the notification, but we will. Somebody's here. Hi, welcome. So happy to see you. Thank you for joining me. And today I want to welcome my very special guest. My friend, that's the first title I'm going to put there. My friend from the Northern Caribbean University. That's where our friendship was born and bred, right? But today he's not coming to me as a friend. He's coming to me. Hi, Brittany, welcome. He's coming to me as a recording artist, an entertainer, a musician. Today I'm sitting with Mike Lorenzo. Welcome, Mr. Mike Lorenzo.
hi, Elvy. And I'm still coming as a friend. Don't do that. Thank you for inviting me to.
The show no long overdue.
Oh,
But guess what? We're some big international artists. You are in demand and busy.
I think you're
You're in
more
demand
in
and
demand
busy,
than I
right?
am, but I'll take that.
I don't
You
think so. I don't think so. I don't think so
okay?
at all. I don't think
Okay.
so. Brittany, I see you in the comment. Did you have dinner? What's for dinner? Can you share some of your dinner with us? Tell us what you had for dinner. So Michael, before we get into the interview, no, I was talking to my friend, and before we came on, I was talking to her. I'm like, um, I don't remember what I said to you at NCU for us to become friends. I don't remember if I said something you or you said something. I don't remember, but we've been friends, and you find me when we did. I don't remember. Do you
I
remember?
think I think I added you on Facebook, and that's where it started. That's
You
where like
added me on Facebook.
the the back and forth started with the tagging and commenting, and
So
then
what
in
problem?
real life,
No, that's not where it started.
it started
We
before
never
that.
have class together.
We did, but we didn't really talk in class. Not like that. It was more after the.
No, I don't think it's Facebook. I think it started on campus. I think it started on campus, and I'd caught you. But you guess what? Every time class over, you always run gone. So you have your backpack and you run gone. Like you just no social, no, you didn't want to stop with the peasants.
That's what it came up for. That's what it looks like.
No stopping with the peasants. But despite how it formed, despite how the friendship was formed, like uh it went it took up after there. I could
I
talk to you
know.
for hours. You know this song on TikTok, yours, mine, ours. I could talk
Hmm.
to you for we're gonna chat for hours, like say anything you give me. Anytime you start talking, nah, stop. So I was always talking you out for hours. But it's good when friendship can last the changes in life. Your interests change, your location change, everything change, and for to maintain your friendship within those changes, that's good. That's good. It's good.
That's true.
Commendations to both of us, right?
Right. Right.
Commendations to both of us. Okay, but we're not here to reminisce. It's not a reunion. We're
No.
here to talk about Mike Lorenzo, the artist, the musical artist. Before we get into the interview, I must tell you my favorite song of you. You know my
Hmm.
favorite song from you. You know it, right?
I have an idea which one it is.
Which one is it?
Is it like me?
I listen, I love it. Anytime I'm going to do any show or presentation, anytime I become like this big sensation, when they're introducing me, that's the song that I want to come out.
Wow.
And and right at your part, baby, you know,
I
that's
appreciate
the
that.
part that I love. Listen, that's the part that I love. One time you did a cover, I don't remember which one.
The
And
phone numbers. Right?
yes, and I was playing it for my students. Cause you know, say me play music in my class. I
Hmm.
was playing it for my students, and the students said, "Oh, miss, it's better than the original."
Nobody said that. Come on.
Listen, I wouldn't lie. Why would I lie? I wouldn't. This thing is live. I wouldn't lie live. I would.
Hmm.
I wouldn't lie. I'm gonna tell you, didn't I tell you that the children liked it?
It's
The
hard to
children liked
believe because that's like Shawn Mendes and Camila. Like those are big people for me to be
it.
compared to.
They're just people. You're equally talented. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, thank you.
Right, it's just a matter of time. Anyways, let's go, right? So, my first question to you was, uh, what
Everything even work a
was
camera. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Let's just do
your
that. Yeah.
camera?
Okay. Yeah. First question.
Yeah, ready. We're ready. We're ready. What was the role of music in your early life? Like, how were you introduced to music, and how did it help you through anything? When did you develop this appreciation for it?
Actually, I never, especially singing, when growing up, I never really sang like like that. I just sang at home, but I never sang in front of people like that. It was when I went to NCU and I joined the choir. That's when, because you'd be spending like, I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays for like 3 hours. Because I was on NCU chorale and then NCU chamber choir, right? So then you had chorale
Listen, you
practice
were
first.
on you were on those 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 ta- those choirs that represent that needed talent to be a part of it. Thank you, D White. Welcome. She's a look nice. So yeah. So but you said that you were singing to yourself alone growing up. But what prompted you to go and audition for the choir?
That's a very good question. I think I think I saw there was a group that came to my church one day before I started NCU, and they were like made up of NCU, some from NCU, some from just regular Adventist church in the area, and I heard them sing, and I really liked the way that they sang, and I said, well, if I'm gonna be a part of that culture soon, that'll be something good for me to be a part of. So when I got to NCU now, and then I met Dr. Marshall, that was back then. I feel really old, but I met him, and then
He's
uh,
not there anymore. He's not there anymore, right?
no, he left like years ago, but
Mhm.
but yeah, and then so from yeah, I joined the NCU chorale and then chamber. So then it was like hours of chorale practice, and then after that, you had chamber practice. So all that time singing and learning notes, it just kind of became a part of me, and I just kept doing it.
Oh, okay, okay. So, is there anybody else in your family that is musically gifted? Do you have
Actually, my
any family
cousin,
members?
I have a cousin and another cousin who are similarly doing music now. One is a producer, he's actually in Mandeville, and another one is getting into hip hop. He's over here. So I guess it might be a family thing. I don't know.
You know that sometimes it skip a generation or two, so it might just be a family thing. So,
Yeah.
but from singing in the choir is different from what you're doing now.
Mhm.
You're what they would call a solo artist, right? So
Right.
how was the transition from being a part of a singing group to becoming a solo person?
That was it was actually kind of embarrassing because I would go into the studio, right? And because I was just in LA and just looking around for stuff to do. And I discovered this producer. And I said, let me try, why not? And I went in and I didn't know how any of the buttons worked. I didn't know how to even turn on. Am I going to sing? Should I sing?
Of course, why not?
But yeah, it was a learning process for sure. But that producer, he was the one who taught me how other artists do what they do. Drink water, do your vocal warm ups. It's actually a lot of work. It's not.
It
It
is.
looks easy, but it's a lot.
Who 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 or what inspired the shift or inspired you to say, okay, I have this gift, I want to pursue it as an artist, solo artist. Who or what is the driving force behind you?
I want to say I'd watch like the VMAs, right, and things like that, and like the concerts and stuff. and I would see
Mhm.
how like one person is on stage, but everybody in the stadium is focusing on that one person. You know what I mean? And that one person just has a mic, and they're just singing, and like everybody, people at home are tuned in, people in the crowd are tuned in, and then there's this big applause, and there's the lights, and I guess it just kind of like reeled me in. And I was like, wow, like if I could do that, you know. So I just here we are.
Oh, so you have dreams of being on the big stage.
I
When
mean, maybe
when
one
you
day.
when you get to the big stage and you need a PA, eh, your girl, hit
You're
up
gonna
your
be more than
girl.
that. You're gonna be, please. I'm gonna be
I'm gonna
coming to
do I'm
you
gonna do what?
for.
Everyone?
I'm gonna be coming to you to use your stadium is what it is, and yours.
No, you're talking. No, you're talking. So yes, I'm gonna be doing the booking. But
Exactly.
that's something even though you didn't list like a person, but I guess that feeling, that desire to be in front of a crowd is also a valid driving force, right? But do you write your own music? And if you
Yeah.
do, how did you learn? How did you develop this skill?
So honestly, like the the producer that I mentioned earlier, his name's Relevant, and he's based in LA, and he was the one who basically would. So my process is basically I hear the music, right, and then we come up with a melody first for me to sing, and we try to fit words over that melody. But I would make the mistake of like repeating, like if the track itself has some notes, then I would sing those same notes, and he'd be the one to stop me and be like, no, you can't just follow what's in the track, you have to like think of your own. And so I'd have to go home and think what works with that, and then try to fit words that worked with that, and then I'd bring it back to him, and I guess we realized that like I wasn't, I was kind of good at it, and I just kept doing it. So
Would you be like a ghostwriter, like writing for others?
I mean, that's kind of how you make money in the industry, really. If you check even one of your favorite artists right now, and you check the writer credits, it's a lot of
Mhm.
other people who you probably heard of who wrote their music too. So it's definitely something you have to do in order to go far or survive
I
in the industry.
I think my favorite artist does a lot of ghostwriting.
Hmm.
Like I love Bruno Mars.
Hmm.
I I'm not really a favorite artist kind of person, but whenever I feel to listen to something, it's always Bruno Mars on that level, on that level, like, in that genre. I always go to Bruno Mars, right? And I've learned over the years that he is a ghostwriter for others. Like he's written so many music, even songs that you couldn't personally hear him singing, and
Hmm.
then when they find out he's the writer of it. Pharrell is also one of my I'm not gonna use favorite. Favorite is such a strong word. Like respected. I'll probably listen to him a little bit. He's a ghostwriter for others too. So
Hmm.
is
Yeah,
it
I mean, the thing is, especially when, for example, I'm just new, so I don't know everything, but from what I have learned, let's say you are an artist and you sign to a label or whatever, right? What you sing, you don't really get paid from that, right? It's the label who gets paid from that, and the producer and those people. So in order for you to get paid, you have to have some kind of credit in the song itself. So that's why it's important to write, you know what I mean, or to compose or do something. Because without that, you don't get paid from the music. You just you're recording, and other people are making money from it. So that's how you drive income in the industries by writing. That's a huge part of it.
there's I don't know if you are listening to our music still, but there is do you know Agent Sasco?
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, well, if I'm gonna use favorites now, it's gonna be him, right?
Okay.
So he has his own studio. He's producing his own music. I'm not sure if he's still writing his own music. So he really has a lot of creative control over his sound and brand. So
Hmm.
if maybe that's something that you can launch into your own produce your own equipment, own producer thing, own studio, own thing. So you try to control most of it. But when you're starting, it's really difficult to start like that. He didn't start like that. He built it over a period of time. So it comes with time and experience. Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
something.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first ever music? Do you remember your first ever music?
like song I wrote.
Yeah, do you remember? Was it about me?
You know what? It could have been about you. It was so long ago. Let's say it was about you, but uh, but like the next part, I wrote it right, and I brought it back to my producer, and he hated it. So it was not. I don't know. Like it was.
He hated the lyrics. What about it did he
He
hate?
didn't like. I think I did that thing where I was just copying what was already like. So if the piano did something, I just sang the same thing the piano did, and he was like, "You can't do
Oh.
that," and he didn't like it.
Mm.
So the next song that I did was Ghost, and that's the one that like people kept going, "Oh my gosh, is this the weekend or whatever?" So
You need somebody to break your heart so you can put it in a song.
people keep saying that, like,
You need to be like Ariana and go sing about Pete.
ah, but yeah. So
You
yeah,
need somebody to
if you remember Ghost, right? That one.
yeah, I
That's
remember
the
it. I remember the video. I don't remember the lyrics. I'm not gonna lie. I remember you launching, promoting everything, but I don't remember the lyrics.
Yeah, well, that was the first one that I put out, and that got a good response. So I just kept going.
But you know my favorite. And I'm gonna listen to it when we're done. I was listening to it. I was listening to it before we came on because I did a try remember the lyrics and I love it. And then I'm gonna listen to it when I'm done. But you know that branding and stage presence is a very important part of being an artist. So how did you come up with your name, Mike Lorenzo? Tell us the history
So
behind this name.
initially, my name was just gonna be Mike, like by itself. Actually, you're a part of this actually,
I
because
was
yeah, because my name's my real name is Michael, right? And I just shortened it to Mike, and then I was just gonna call
your
myself
real
Mike.
name. Your real name is so I love it. Michael
Mhm.
Anthony Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah, yeah. And I just
I
kind of
love it.
like I guess I just flipped it to like Lawrence to Lorenzo, and but I was just going by Mike as an artist. And one day you talked to me. You said I can't find you on anything. I type in Mike and nobody comes up, and you said I should add uh Lorenzo, and it worked. I think people actually when I type it in, it comes up like it's at the top, and people know who that is. Rather, if if we just said Mike, it would just get lost in like all these other people.
That's a
So.
win. That's a win. That's a win for me. That's a big win for me. You see, I can do it. You know, what I'm I need to branch off into this thing because, yeah, for real. When I was testing it. I went to Google, not Google. I went to YouTube, and I was like, why am I can't find? No, I shouldn't. As a fan, I shouldn't be diving through your material, other material to find you. You should have something that stands out. The name Mike was just Mike, and I'm saying, but you have this unique thing. Put it on there. You were already using it on, I think, Facebook, and that's a thing. You should keep the name right across the board. If you type in LBG Salda, every single thing for me is gonna come up. My Twitter, my Instagram, I think my Facebook will come up too, but the G is not in there. So it's just about branding and make knowing how this brand stands out. Me need to go to school so I can get my certificate in this, so I can actually do this thing. But yeah, I'm happy now. When I type in Mike Lorenzo, I have no issues finding your material. So that's something good for you.
Mhm,
Listening to the advice of others. That's something, but you can't take every advice
mhm, mhm,
because you have to know intent. What's the speaker's intent? Is the intent to harm me or to help me? And that's where it comes in now. So if some everybody got one opinion, everybody got one give you advice, but you know should be wise enough to decipher their intent. What's the intent? Is the intent to help me or to harm me? So, but that's good that you're willing to take advice and input from others. It's good. It's a good trait, something that these young artists these days are lacking. So I love the name. I love the name. And those of you who are watching, I think there's only one person, but it's a person still. If you want to find him, you can find him on Instagram and YouTube also. So just type in Mike Lorenzo. His name is across this screen. This screen. Also, so I like. Like Me. I like that song. Next to You or Like Me, whatever the name is. I like that. But for those who don't know, I've never heard you. Can you describe your music to them?
I thought you were gonna ask me to sing. Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
would
ask you to
say
sing, but we want to hear about you first.
I would say my music style is I'm pop R&B. So it's right in the middle between those two. It's like
Mhm.
it's like Bruno Mars, i- but also Shawn Mendes somehow. It's like a right. Would you agree with that?
I could see you working with a Bruno Mars. Actually, I could see you going into Silk Sonic.
My next project is actually based on you'll see. But yeah.
I do see you I could see you working with like a Bruno for sure. I could
Actually,
see you.
we were talking, and with me and the
Is
team,
that the shape?
and
No, I was talking to my assistant.
they said I could do a Silk Sonic cover. So we're gonna see, how that comes, like if that happens. But
Oh, you don't curse. So I would love to hear you say this. I want to hear it. I want to hear you. Would you say it? I know you're kind of I don't know
I
how
mean,
conservative
honestly,
you are now. Would you say that word?
how much are you paying me?
I'm not paying you. I'll be amused if you do, because
I probably
it's gonna
wouldn't.
be
No, I
weird.
probably would.
It's gonna be
Just
weird to me. It's gonna be weird to me.
if you think it's weird, then I won't do it.
No, I want to hear it. It's just gonna.
Mhm.
It, I'm not used to you being that kind of, So it would be new, and that I think I'd love it. I mean, I think you're gonna say it like oh Bruno said this. I think you're gonna find a way to say this. Listen, I think you should give it a try. Give it a try.
Should I do that one?
Yeah,
Smoking out the window.
yeah.
Mhm.
Any of which other one did I like? I checked out another Silk. So I listened to all. It's four tracks they released.
I
On
think
that I
it's
think
more
it's
than
four.
four.
I
I
don't
think it's
remember,
like
but
seven.
I
Probably.
listened to them and I loved it. Right,
You want me to leave the door open?
leave the door open. And another one that's Leave the Door Open was very good, but I don't remember the others. But I
Yeah.
did listen to them. You should cover them. So how is your creative process? Like, no, but you've been touching on it. You say you listen to the piano, but I think that you'd really need somebody to rip your heart out of your chest so you can put pen to paper and get a big hit.
I mean, that's gonna be worth it?
It seems to work for everybody else, so
That's
why wouldn't
true.
it work for you? Why wouldn't it work for you?
I think
Huh?
I sent you a preview of the next one, right? Your type.
Man,
The
you know what I want you? I told you this before. I want you to do what do you call them? Either earworm or a bop.
oh,
More you do one song where just
but I did that. The last one, uh, the one that was like the really fast one. You do remember it? The one that was on the EP.
that means that that's not what I'm looking for.
That's not fair. You just don't pay attention. But okay.
Me take long for watch to listen to the things then yes, but I would remember if it was that I want.
What do you want?
It's something that's people listen, people are it's not good, but it's what's happening now, right? People
Hmm.
are they're used to the fast pacedness of life. They're used to the catchiness of life. They want the no buzzy.
All
I'm
right.
not saying that's gonna be a brand, but you want something like that to make them hear you above and say, oh, what else did he make? And go look for your other video them.
All right, I'm gonna talk to the viewers now since you don't remember. If you guys look up my song Holiday, right? Mike Lorenzo Holiday, that's what she's talking about. Tell me if that's not what she is talking about. Okay, go check it out. All right, thank you.
Look how you're sending the two people that we have away.
A- After, is it two now? Do
You're
we double the
sending
viewers?
two people that way. It's okay. Others will watch after. That's fine. But I'm just gonna say, don't send the two people that we have away. Okay, that's good. So, we did say you sound like a little like you have a Bruno sound and a Shawn Mendes sound, but are those really your influence? Are those when you just started? Did you have those guys in mind? Oh, I love this and this is what I want to do, or you just sound just your music just sound like them. What happened? What influenced your sound?
Uh, I think, well, it's based on the genre, I guess. So, like when I made a slow song one time, that one was based on All of Me, John Legend. He's somebody that I go to a lot for references and stuff and inspiration. So, so do you remember that song, the Not Enough, the slow one? That one was based on him. So John Legend, I would say, is one person. And right now, I really am trying to move into more Bruno stuff too. I love
I
his energy so
love
much.
Bruno. I love Bruno.
Yeah.
And you know, this is what I love about Bruno. Let's talk about Bruno for 1 minute. Let's talk about Bruno. Let's talk about Bruno for a minute, right? And in the Bruno and the pandemic. In the pandemic where everybody did a do music for TikTok. Like
Hmm.
Jason Derulo and them people them did a make songs that would take off on TikTok. Bruno just out here and doing one do creatively with Sing Sonic, even though one of them really went off on TikTok too. This that same one that we're talking about, um, out the window or whatever. So it's on me
Smoking out the window.
smoking out the window, smoking out the window. But look, the aesthetic, the view, the sound of that album that he did with Silk Sonic was different from what others are doing, especially in the pandemic. And that's the level of creativity that I want to reach as a creative person too. That no matter what these people are after, this is what I'm doing, and I'm putting my energy in it. But he had the money and the time. He had the
Mm.
money and the time to do what he wanted to do.
That's the thing, right? When you start out, you have to like play what
Yeah.
everybody is
You have
doing.
to, yeah, you have to play for the people. When you started, you have to play for the people, and then when
Hmm.
you can use that fandom that you have now to do what you want to do.
Hmm.
Um, so other than John Legend and Bruno, who are some of the musicians that you take inspiration from?
I don't know if you've heard of Conan Gray is one. No, but that's one person. Troy Sivan is another one. Uh, who else? I really like people who can perform live like really well too.
Have
So
you
Brendan,
have you gotten the opportunity to perform?
I have actually. I'm trying to get some more, but I have a show coming up in March, so I'm hoping to, hoping to bring
So
some of that
you
energy.
so
Hmm.
you gyrate yourself on stage and then something there?
I mean, it's a growing process. For now, I'm just focused on, looking at the audience and bringing the energy that they need. You're gonna,
You need to start gyrate.
I don't know why it's gonna embarrass me on the air.
So, since you started, have you seen any growth in your style, the style of your song, and also like your style, your image?
It's funny because I was listening to my all my stuff from when I started, and I heard like a lot of stuff that I need to I guess improve. Like I've done that. We need to do this next. You know what I mean? So I definitely hear
Right.
a lot of room for growth. So I'm definitely ready to like move to the next stage of the sound that I want to create. So yeah, I have
Yeah.
noticed some growth.
Right. Do you have like a stylist?
Sometimes, sometimes, yeah. Like the next video I'm about to drop, I had a stylist helping me out with that one. Uh, for that song, Your Type. That's the video I sent you the preview of. I sent you
No,
that, and
listen.
Hmm?
You've had some looks that I love.
That's good to hear. Those between me and him, we chose
You
those outfits. I chose the goofy, nerdy one because I'm good at that, I
you
guess.
had never like that.
It's supposed to be.
But I
Yeah,
understand that it was for the storyline, but
yeah. And then I,
but listen, you've had some looks that I love. I love seeing you in the black bomber jacket.
hmm
I
hmm
love that look. There was a coat look also that I loved. You had
yeah,
a few looks that I love. I think I commented on them on Instagram. But with more resources and exposure and time and money, the look is gonna change. I'm not worried about the look. Yeah,
good.
you're gonna pay somebody to
Yeah,
look
that's
for the
true.
look. So
Yeah.
what do you enjoy most about being an entertainer, a musician? What's the best part of it for you?
I like that it's fully from my mind. You know what I mean? Like I can just think about it and I could just do it and make it and there it is. Rather than like with some other things in life, it's just what other people say. Your boss says do it like this. Your teacher says I need it like this. But when you're an artist, you're a creator. It's just whenever you want, whatever you want.
But
So
funny enough, that's not what you studied at school. You didn't study music. Tell us
no,
what
I
did
did
you
not
study?
study
I know why I'm asking you to share what you studied. Can you share what you studied at school?
biochemistry.
Right. Do you think that the practice of separating science and arts is ideal? Like the children who do science, them just do strictly science. They have no other way to the schools, most of the schools, they don't include art in the science part, leaving it out. Do you think the two should be separated? See
No,
that you are both. You're a trained scientist, like you're certified scientist, like a school to be a scientist. But now you're pursuing art. What tell us you're qualified to talk about merging the two. Tell me your
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I mean, it is hard. I'm still trying to do both. It's hard to
I
do both because they're both very hi Lexi. They're both very demanding.
right.
And but if like the best people I know when I was in school, they do both. Like they're like double majors, so they're like piano majors as well as like engineering at the same time. So I think it's possible to do both, and I encourage everybody to do both. And I think they kind of sharpen each other. You know what I mean? Like they both teach you how to think and and you can transfer knowledge a lot. So definitely always do both. Like don't let anybody tell you like, oh, you're a math person, you're good at that. You're English, you're good at that. Like that. That's like very limiting.
Mhm. I think both of them should go hand in hand. 'Cause they had the STEM. Some people
Hmm.
use STEM, and there are some people that using STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Oh, I
While
love
some
that.
people, yeah, they have that one STEAM. Lexi says she's afraid of the sciences.
The
I
sciences is
learned
everywhere.
I learned
Yeah,
late that I learned late that it's just I don't want to minimize it. A part of it is regurgitation.
yes. No, you're right. That's what I was thinking. A lot of it is
It,
memory.
it's just the engineering and the physics really and the organic chemistry mainly will put you on your toes. But like the biology, you're just remembering where stuff are and what they do.
Yeah, what they're called.
Said
Yeah.
the person we can't remember what they call and what they do.
Tell them what you do. You're actually tell them that you're basically the same, right? You're also in sciences and this entertainment,
I'm
right?
I'm trying. I love the idea of both of them together. Both of them. Why not the both of them?
Exactly.
I
So that's
don't
how we
like.
met.
I
We met
don't
in
like.
biology class.
I don't like the idea of separating the sciences and the arts.
Yeah.
But people have to. It's in our nature as humans to separate things. That's how we understand it by separating it. Okay, this is science. This is arts. This is drama. This is whatever, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
We have to. That's all grouping and. and all the other separation because we need to process these things separately. But
Hmm.
they work well together. They work well together. What do you enjoy most though about being a musician? What's the best part for you?
Mm, starting from like zero and then like watching the full product form. So starting from just a piano loop and then by the time it's over you hear background vocals and drums and a whole orchestra sound. I like the whole process and watching everything come to life.
So you enjoy the you enjoy the process of making the music.
Yes.
If I become a musician or an artist like that, like you or whatever, I think my favorite part is gonna be performing,
Oh yeah.
like on the stage, in the vibe, vibe. To the left, to the left,
Oh my
everything
gosh.
else. I think that part is gonna be the part that I love. Or 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 the song go, or the Cardi B go. I'm trying to. I was trying to sing. I was trying to look for an appropriate lyric out of WAP, but then I couldn't remember any
Uh,
appropriate line. There's no appropriate line in that song. But if I can imagine myself being an entertainer up there, a scream, a flick,
screaming the
a
WAP
dance.
lyric. Mhm.
Don't the screaming the WAP lyric. All right,
Mhm.
what
Aren't your
killed
students watching this?
my students?
You play WAP in your class.
No, your mom
Mhm.
got me get that. So she says sometimes I can't remember that Elvy is mad. That's not
She
something that you
reminds
need to
you. She
forget.
reminds you very quickly.
How you be forget? If you can't forget, you don't forget things like those. No, listen, what do I play in my class? I've been playing Heartbreak Anniversary a lot this term because something about his voice that I really like. And his voice is I think you could do a Heartbreak Anniversary cover and it would sound good. How you describe that in the music? Both of you are on similar range, and that they call it. Right? Yeah, you are. Plus, he's so handsome. Like I love looking at him. He looks like the image that I had in my head as a child that I would marry. Givian. Givian look like you have this image in the head of somebody that you'd marry. When I look at Givian, that's what I remember that about the person that I wanted to marry as a child.
Wow.
Tall, dark, handsome.
Mhm.
All right, enough about me
I
and
think
my.
that's the thing about being an artist. You have to be that to people. I was thinking about that today. People have to think about like One Direction and Backstreet Boys. Like the teenage girls have to want to see themselves dating them. You know what I mean? Like you have to be sort of this ideal for people to desire in a way.
I don't like that notion. I don't like
But
that
it's
notion.
true. Think about
I
it.
don't like that notion. I don't like that notion. I don't like that notion. I
All
don't
right. What
want
do
to
you do?
date. I don't want to date Bruno Mars. It works. It helps sales. It
But you
do
just
help
said you could
sales.
see yourself marrying Giveon or somebody who looks like that,
But even if he
right?
never look like even if he doesn't look like the leave Cornwall out of it. Even if he doesn't, even if Giveon didn't look the way he did, but look the way he does, or the fact that he sounds like that, I would still listen.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about how many people, uh, for example, like let's say they're following an artist, right? And, like a bunch of girls follow this one artist, and then the guy posts him and his girlfriend, and he loses like 500,000 followers because he ruins the fantasy of like, oh, dating this
That's
guy.
so dumb. So what would
That's
that say
reality.
about people like? What would that say about people like Lizzo? Are you saying because she's been in the media a lot regarding her body and her image, and well, it justify your notion, but it justify your point. But I don't like the idea that you have to look beautiful to sell my talent. I have to look beautiful to sell my talent. Because you have talented people that's not, and you know that on your on your other, you did a YouTube video about Jamaican culture being appropriate. I think your next YouTube video should be about back in the days when they used to use a person's voice but use another person's image because they didn't fit the image. That's something that you can look into for your next video, because I was watching this piece of this I was watching this piece of this documentary where the lady, she was my size, but she had an amazing voice. But because at the time she didn't fit the image of what, so they used her voice and a slimmer, more sexier person to be in the music video. So you can
Like,
break down that practice, old practice, and
mm,
compare it to these days where the good looking artists them and how they doing their bodies just to keep their fans. Them are do them body forget more fans.
even like a lot of them start out like, oh, pushing this like natural body thing, and when they get more success, immediately they get bigger. They get stuff done. Because I guess
They
that's the
can,
pressure.
right, they can break it down. But back to the music thing, like what do you think is the most valuable skill to have as a incoming upcoming recording artist? What's the most valuable skill to have?
The thing about that is like you have to see it as a job. You have to look at it as a business. You are a business. You're in a business, and you have to be able to sell yourself to people, because people need to look at you and say, I either like want what he has or want to be like him, or like with him or whatever. So you have to be able to sell yourself in a way. So being able to sell yourself is very important as an artist. Where did you go?
I didn't go anywhere. I'm here.
Yeah, yeah, just having that the personality that you have, you're able to connect with people from all backgrounds. Just that sort of people skills.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. So people skills. Okay, good. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, your plans. My next question is about your plans. What are your plans for the upcoming month?
I'm releasing a video for my next single, Your Type. That's coming out this month, as well as the song. That's gonna be on all platforms and on my YouTube. So if you have streaming platforms, if you have Spotify or Tidal, even if you don't, do me a favor. Even if you're not subscribed to these things, go on your phone if you see Spotify or Tidal or whatever, and just look me up, Mike Lorenzo, and just hit follow, or and that'll help with the numbers and stuff. So yeah, just working on building the following.
So is there any song of the album that you can share with us?
Share how? What do you like? Like play the song now? I don't have I don't have the file with me, but we can do that in the future.
So you plan to sing something for us tonight, right?
I don't know that
Wait a minute, no. Even one verse. Come on, let's go. Let's
I'm not
go.
even
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna crack all over the place.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
on
sound
crack. Let's do
horrible.
this.
Oh.
You're not on crack. Let's do this.
Hmm? You want me to sing? I don't even know what would I sing. What's a song that's like? Are you still there? You just left
Yes,
me in lecture.
no, I'm sorry, I'm here. No,
Okay.
I had to, I'm multitasking, that's why. Tell us, I'm done now. You're planning to sing for us?
What should I sing? I didn't plan for this. You're gonna really embarrass me right now. You know that. I can't even like
Or
have a
if
cold.
you don't want to sing, we can do song association. So I give you a word and
Yeah.
you have to find a
Okay, let's
song.
do it. Oh, you can embarrass me
You
for
want
real.
it easy? You want it easy or you want it hard? Hello?
All right, let's hard. Let's do hard.
Um
Why did I say that?
I don't know. Rainbow.
Uh, Rainbow. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Rainbow.
Mm, what song has rainbow in it? Help me. Wait, hold on. Let me set that up. Is that my song? That's one of my songs, huh? Wait, hold on.
Your song of there?
Yes, it does.
One of your song? I don't know what I'm thinking about. I just said rainbow. So if one of your song of rainbows in there, that's better.
Okay, rainbow. Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wait, say something. Okay, hold on.
I'm hearing you. I was muted. I'm hearing you.
Oh, rainbow. Oh, okay. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. I'm so off key. So, yeah, but that
Lexi, his name is Mike Lorenzo. MYK.
MYK.
Yeah. MYKLORENZO, Mike Lorenzo. It's on the screen. Listen. All right, next one. Unfaithful.
And I know that he knows I'm unfaithful and it kills him inside to know that I am happy with some other guy.
Yeah, this song, you're not sing good for we.
I,
Yeah, I
this is,
rush this song.
yeah, well, I didn't know we are going to do this.
Yeah, rush. No, that's not fair to us. We want to hear the good voice. That he knows I'm unfaithful and it kills me inside. All right, last one. Last one. Last one. Um, hurt, hurt,
Hurt?
hurt.
Hurt.
Yeah, hurt.
Okay. Why men great till they gotta be great? That's Lizzo right there, right?
Yeah, but when I hear hurt in there,
Yeah.
I just
Fresh
look at the
photos
main
with the
person.
bomb lighting.
You know what I think?
I
I
know, I
love
forgot
that
the chorus.
song.
It,
Could you cover it?
True Tights needed something more exciting. Bomb bomb beat 'em dum day. Yeah.
You know how where did it was a show, at the beginning of the show, that song was the intro. The girl must have gone through some breakup and she did that thing.
Oh really?
Um, yeah, I remember she wanted to, I said, what song is this? And then I found this song on YouTube and then I found out, but you remember when I loved Lizzo?
I missed that time.
No, no, I still love Lizzo. It's just that, yeah, I explained to you, it's
Yeah.
literally, it's legit too much. Like, it's my thing with Lizzo is not. I'm not against what she's doing. I just think that she doesn't, always have a. Me don't want Instagram and the first thing that I see is your patty cake, patty cake.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to understand that. I don't want to look at your patty cakes all the time. But I do love Lizzo. But I had to, like, I literally unfollowed because every I open, it was patty cake in my face.
She's really talented though. Like when she pulled out the flute.
No, she
Mhm.
is like, listen, for you to dance and play the flute, she's an entertainer.
Mhm.
She's an
Mhm.
I don't know, the hate that she gets on the internet is not fair.
Yeah. No, you're
It
right.
and it goes back to what you were saying earlier. Persons are looking at her and not at the talent. She's
Mhm.
very talented, very, very talented. She's so funny. Let them go.
Mhm.
All right, I'm almost done. So I'm almost at the end. Do you have any person that you're looking forward to collaborate with? Do you have anybody that you're looking forward to concert with? Other than Elvis Salter, of course.
I have some friends of mine who I'm working on some stuff with them. We have a trio album coming out this year. Uh, they're called Chemic L and 209K. That'll be on my Instagram at MYKALLORENZO. Yeah, so look out for that.
Are you gonna put back your Facebook? Are you gonna make a Facebook for Mike Lorenzo?
I
Or
should. Do you
you
think people
should
use? Do you think Facebook is a? Yeah.
listen, you should have a presence as Mike Lorenzo on all the platforms that people are on.
True, true. No, you're right. All right, we will work on it.
I told you this before, that's why my face look like this. You know what? I've told you this before.
I'm gonna get. I'm
Listen,
trying to get the TikTok hopefully this week.
please, and remember the hashtag. I had already made a hashtag over there for you, so you just need to just continue to use it. Put the
All right,
music
I'm
them
gonna
over
do
there.
it.
I legit love like it. Baby, you know. We just
Mhm.
love like you hear the rap or whatever he was doing, and then you come in, baby, you
I'm
know.
glad you like it. Sometimes I listen to that song and I'm like, when I first, I told you, when I first played it for my friends, I showed them the video and they were like, "Who? What are you doing?" Because I
No,
think because it's so not what they see me as.
yeah, yeah, and you were we talk about that video already, right?
Yeah,
But but but,
we
but
went through a lot with that.
you're gonna get more relaxed. It comes with time and experience. You know,
But
it's
the
this.
song itself, you said it's good, right?
I listen. That's my favorite song from you.
It's because I'm not even like a hip hop rap type of person, and that
I
song is that Nicki. That song is very
listen.
different from what people expect from me. So I'm glad you like it. It makes you feel
I
like I'm
love
not,
it,
like it's
and
not weird.
I did use it on TikTok. I use it in one of my. I love it, and I tell you that anywhere if I reach the stage that I'm invited to speak somewhere hype or whatever, and then if you play music for me walk out, that's what I'm on. Baby, you know.
Yeah, maybe we should bring that song back then.
I love that song. So we're winding down, but I really want to ask you, how do you balance? How do you balance music, work? Are you studying? Or is just music and work?
No, I'm supposed to be studying this year, but the pandemic, whatever. But just, right now, it's just music and work.
I do other works too, but that's for another time.
Okay,
The work that I love, the other work that I love.
you make it sound very suspicious.
No, no. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
I'm not sure what you're talking
I didn't
about.
ask you if you want to share that part. That's why I'm. But you know the other job,
Oh, no, I'm not.
the other job where you go and be a part of these things that I like.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That too, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
I
that.
like that. That's fun.
Yeah, I love that. I do that. But guess
You
what?
should
I couldn't do that because I would be disruptive.
probably, yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be talking the whole time. You'd have to stop everything.
I would be disruptive. Like
You'd be trying to
I would be
talk to the
that.
celebrities. You'd be,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would be like, oh hi, I'm Elvis Salga. Trust me, I'd take over.
okay. If I do Euphoria, I'm gonna and I meet Zendaya. I'll call you. I'll Skype you.
Huh, don't make promises that you can't keep.
I
So
have to take my
listen now.
clothes off for
Tell
Euphoria.
us,
That's like I
tell
don't.
us really, how do
Hmm?
you balance? Tell us how do you balance?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's hard to do because I think you just have to decide what you love the most, and what to sacrifice sometimes. Because sometimes I might not be able to like, let's say I can't go to the studio this week because I have to go and do something for my job to make money, and then when I come home from the job I have to film this YouTube video that I need to get because now is when I'm in the mood to do it. You know what I mean? And I might end up going to bed late. But I think once I've decided that it's worth it, uh, then I can make the necessary sacrifices. It's just the priorities at the moment that I have to like figure out.
Yep.
How do you balance it, being a teacher and a talk show host and
Me,
everything YouTuber?
it's different now, but in the pandemic, it was easy to balance. But I haven't made a video in a while. You notice it's
Hmm.
really hard to balance now because you're going into the classroom. But when I was at home, I had the time. I wasn't taking taxis, so I was at home. So it was easier at 2:30, the end of school, that was it. But no, face to face, 2:30, you're still at work, you're putting this, you're putting that, then you travel time to get home. By the time I get home, I'm exhausted. So right now it's really hard to get back into creative mode. But what helped me at the time during the pandemic was I made a lot one time.
Hmm.
I made a whole lot. Like I'll go through 12 o'clock to the night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, recording a whole lot. That's why if you notice that there's no relevant video on my page, like I'm talking about my own thing, and because I'm talking about my own, I'm pressed for time, I have to talk about my own thing. I can't keep up with the trending things because I don't have the time. So that's why my YouTube is my own thing, and some of these videos were recorded like months in advance.
Oh, that's what you
That,
mean.
that that's when I was running my channel. Like
But I think don't you need to do current stuff though for the algorithm and things like that?
I need to do current stuff, but I don't have the time to do current stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to do current stuff. And then again, in this day and age where people are so easy to say cancel, cancel. Yeah, pick side. It's really, it's it's
Yeah.
it's it's best for me to be on the sideline instead of in the thing because once you start sharing your opinion, you're gonna get attacked.
Well, tell the viewers that on my YouTube channel, I do the current stuff. It takes a while to like get around to it, but they're there for my opinion on the baby, talking about HIV and the LGBT community. It's there.
Right.
So it's also on
I
my
think
Mike Lorenzo.
I don't know what inspired his rant. I don't know what inspired his rant. I don't know if he thought that we were still in the 80s or something. I don't know what inspired his rant.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but in time, when I become an entrepreneur,
in time, you're gonna
I,
interview the baby, right? That's the plan one day.
no, I don't even listen or follow or I don't know anything about the baby other than what he said about the
Do
H
you know
the
that song? I want you, moonlight, starlight. You know that song.
I
You know
heard
that
it. That was
song.
him.
Yeah, yeah. He's the
I,
rapper on that song. Yeah.
I've never heard the rap part of it. I'm not a music person. The so thing is that I love to dance. I love to, but I don't sit and listen to music.
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't. Sometimes you send me some people I've never seen them. You know what? Me wonder if you don't believe me, say I don't know these people. Half of the people that you send me, I don't know,
Yo,
and
you
then
know Brett Gray though.
half of the one that I know I don't care for them, and then the ones that I actually me care about Brett Gray. You know why I care about Brett Gray?
What?
Brett Gray is talented, he's young, and he's black.
He's black. Exactly.
Yeah, that's where my thing is.
Hmm.
Black creators. So he's talented, he's young, and he's black. First of all, and I met him on my own. I met him through on
Uh
my blog.
huh.
So I'm gonna love him because I met him on my own.
Yeah, that's true.
And him handsome. Season 1 to 3 on my blog. Them did kind of bait him up a little bit with the wardrobe, with him. Then I try to paint him like this nerd, whatever the case may be. But season 4 on my blog, you will see the real Brett Gray in style, in cool figure came out. I'm just like him. You can see that he had say over Jamal in season 4. You could see he was
Mm.
really black. In 1 to 3, he wasn't a black boy. He was
That's
a
not
boy.
fair. That
He
he
wasn't a
was
black boy.
he was a
No,
black boy.
he wasn't a
We'll
black
talk
boy.
after the interview. That's what
No,
my next song's about. My next song is for you, actually. The
you nigga.
next song is for you.
What
The
next one?
the one I'm gonna put out. It's because you said that. You're gonna see for the next video.
Are you gonna say inspired by Elvy?
Mhm.
Oh, look at you. Listen, but
Mhm.
no, he wasn't.
I don't
He
talk about.
was nerdy. They were
You can be
trying
black
to
and
be
nerdy.
nerdy. They were trying to, in you could see the difference between season one, two, and three, Brett Gay, and season four. No, season one, two, and three, Jamal, and season four, Jamal.
Yeah.
Season four, Jamal had spice and swag.
I like the first
And
seasons of Jamal too. He was
I know,
the most. He was the best. He was one of the best characters on the show.
no. That's not the thing I'm not disputing that he carried the show. He carried the show. If him never in them would have top watch it. But I'm saying how them the, yeah, you only have to say the wardrobe was better in season four. You could see
Well,
the
he
flavor coming out. You know what I want? I want them to redo on my block, but this time have a black director, a black writer, an Hispanic writer, Hispanic director, two of each. One black writer, one black writer, one Hispanic writer, one Hispanic director, one black director. I think it had so much potential, and I don't know where it went. I don't know where it
yeah
went. I don't know
yeah.
where
I
it
mean,
went. Yeah, anyways, but that's all. That's for if you want to come to Let's Review with Elvy, that we should do that. Review something. Let's talk about
we're gonna fight
Encanto.
over there. Okay.
It's okay to fight. It's okay. Isn't fight good? A fight is good.
Yeah, we're gonna spend like 10 minutes debating though.
Listen, we should review Encanto. We
Hmm.
should review Encanto. I love.
Eventually, I want to go as Bruno for some costume
Want to go
event.
as who would I go? I would go as Louisa. I have the
That would
muscle.
fit. That would fit you. That would let you pull that off.
I have the muscle.
You would definitely, and even the blouse you're wearing right now, you would pull that off.
I'm the strong one. I'm the strong one. Wait,
Yeah,
wait. It look weird. It must look weird. Wait.
let's not. Oh,
I'm the strong one. I'm not nervous. I'm as tough as the cuff as the earth is. Anyways,
yeah. Mhm.
I just have two more questions for you before we go.
Mhm.
The future of music after the pandemic. You know that during the pandemic they had online shows, even the BET, is it BET Awards that they did the Pass the Mic? It was this virtual celebration, the persons performing virtually. Do you think that will stand after the pandemic, or we're going to go back to going to the clubs, to concerts? What do you think about
I
the
don't think
future
anybody
after?
likes. Yeah, I don't think anybody likes the virtual thing. I think we'd much rather be there live, especially when I think a part of the whole concert is like who did like Giveon. Like let's say you wanted to see Giveon live. You don't want to sit behind your computer watching Giveon on Zoom. You want to be there, and like he called you out in the crowd or whatever. So definitely.
But think about the convenience of being online. Yeah, and no traveling. You're in your safe space at home. You're in your pajamas. There is some convenience of being
So do
virtual.
you prefer going just staying home and watching as opposed to being there?
I've never experienced going to a dance or a concert, so I don't have anything to compare it to. I do love the that big word. I do love the idea of being at the stage show without running into people that might know me. Because I was at this rave online. If I had gone to that rave in person, you'd hear, oh, we are, this is not for you, blah, blah, blah. So
Would you get in trouble for that? Would they?
as an adult, maybe not, but
I
previously,
don't. But like your workplace or
no, I'm not doing anything illegal there. I'm just there. But for me, it was the Christian upbringing. You know, here, yeah, Christian, where I do you so
Uh,
yeah. But as an adult now, I'm just saying, like, going to the rave, virtual, online in the pandemic was so cool because nobody knew I was there. I was just enjoying the breakout music and everything. Yeah, it was an experience. It was an
hmm
experience, but nothing can replace human interaction.
Yeah,
Nothing can replace
yeah.
human. Nothing.
I mean, and
But
that's how artists make their money too. Dude, like
right,
I said, recording music doesn't make you any money. So to make money, you have to sell tickets to shows. You have to sell merch. You know what I mean? So you go to a concert or buy their T-shirt, buy the ticket, whatever. That's what makes them money. So I don't think they're gonna. I think they're in a hurry to get back in front of you.
I totally agree. Oh, I have another video idea for your YouTube.
Hmm
The commentary section. Can you talk to us about Cardi B's $4 million lawsuit win? Can you
The
break
one
that
with
down for people like us?
the that lady
Yeah, she won $4 million from that lady that was slandering her.
that said she had herpes.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember I was keeping up with that when that was happening, like during the time when they were saying and were interviewing all the strippers or whatever. I remember that whole situation.
You should give us some coverage on that. Last question though, last question, because I don't want to keep you here for very long. What message would you have for a child or youth that is aspiring to be a musician?
I would say don't wait. I would say do it. Start work, get as good at it as possible, as early as you can, so that when you get to, let's say you graduate high school or whatever, then you already know how to sing, you already know how to, play piano, pick up an instrument, get voice lessons, always work on the craft. You know what I mean? Don't just take it seriously, is what I mean. You know what I mean? Because anybody could be, they're just on the phone making YouTube videos, singing in their bedroom. But the more successful people have had some training. They have background in music, in instruments. So I would say take vocal lessons or take piano lessons, and then just be serious about it and start early. Yeah.
Completely agree. Totally agree. Well, I want to ask you, so do you want to sing my favorite song for me before
Oh
we
gosh.
end? Just that part, just that part that you sing, baby, you know.
You're gonna embarrass me on the internet.
No,
Oh,
what do you mean? No, no, that's not an embarrassment.
okay. Let me. You want me to sing?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. And baby, they try to get next to you, but they'll never get that far. 'Cause who you are, you won't let anybody in. 'Cause what they don't know is you're not that kind of chick. But I can see that somebody who's like you needs somebody like me. Somebody like me. Somebody like me.
I love it. I'm gonna listen to it when you're gone. I'm gonna listen to it. I love it. So, Michael, Mike Lorenzo, I wish you all the best in this life. You know that. I wish you all the best, genuinely. So nobody come off of here and go question it. I wish you all the best and continue to put your shoulder to the wheels. It takes 15 years to be an overnight sensation.
I
So
believe that.
keep working. Keep working, keep working, keep working. Some people say hold your head down and keep working. I don't agree with that hold your head down. Hold your head up and keep working because when you're up you'll see the opportunities. But keep working, keep working, keep working. And believe in your talent. Trust yourself as the expert and all the other quotes I've given to you before. All of them. I don't remember them right now. But thank you for
You
doing that.
too.
Thank you for doing this for me. Thank you for coming and sharing your time
No,
and
thanks
talent.
for inviting me on your successful channel with your many fans, your audience.
You have to
I
come back
I, I
though.
watch I watch you and the math teacher Danisha and all those people, and I'm like, wow, this is people. You guys have such a good cycle going
Her
on over there.
sisters, her sisters, yes. I think that show was a good show. This one was a
Hmm.
good one too.
You think
It's
so
just that,
good?
of course, this was a good one.
It's just that what?
Huh?
It's just that what?
Just that we didn't have enough persons, but we now
Oh,
watch that.
I
We'll watch it
mean,
after.
please, yeah,
Oh, we had a good show.
yeah, we
Interactive,
did. Mhm.
yeah. You can
I
come
didn't
back
bore you, right? I tried not to put you to sleep.
when no, I was it's not you. The weekend go, it's not you. I'm just yeah. Look here. When that new video is released, you can come back,
That's gonna be like next week. Can I come back next week?
of course. And guess
Okay,
what?
here's
If
what
I
we're
come
gonna
back
do.
we would
Hmm.
have to promote we would have to all I did this because it was I didn't have the time to send out the flyer. So
Hmm.
if you want to come back next week, we'll do the flyer earlier and we will send them out earlier and we'll have more people.
And we can talk about what because in my head there's a message in that video and it relates to the thing about Jamal. So
Which
hopefully,
video?
remember the one I sent you with the nerdy outfit and everything.
Okay.
So hopefully we can talk about. I don't like you.
I
Hopefully we can
don't
talk about. Hmm.
I don't like that outfit.
You're supposed to like him in his nerdy outfit and in his bomber jacket. That's the. We're gonna talk about it.
But no, listen. All right, let's save that. But let me tell you one thing. If it's not attractive, it's not attractive.
Yeah.
You understand? And you have to understand that people look with their eyes first. People
Hmm.
fall in love with their eyes first.
That's what we said about the artist having to like have a visual thing before the talent.
You're gonna be fine. So when that song when they release it, come back. Do you want to do a Sunday, a Saturday night? What do you want to do?
Hopefully on Sunday.
Okay. So next
Yeah.
Sunday?
Let me drop the video first and see when things
Okay.
happen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the
All right,
invitation.
everyone. Those of you who will watch later, this is Mike Lorenzo, recording artist and my friend. And we're saying bye at this moment, and we'll see you maybe next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.